Hello and welcome to your weekly Ascension reading. Keep in mind this is a collective reading, so take what resonates, leave what does not. If it does resonate, please leave a comment and a like. If you would like more content, more information, more support on your Ascension journey, then do check out my Patreon that is linked below. I am going to use a new deck here that I am really enjoying and have had some beautiful feedback on, as well as my own deck, which again, my shop is linked below. I'm also using a deck from Angelical Relation 144. So the new deck that I'm using is the Runic Tarot. Okay, so any Vikings fans out there, you may really enjoy this. I think this deck is powerful for warrior energy, exploring past life energy, and just kind of really tapping in deep with the roots. So I'm excited to work with it today. May all be well in your world. Let's go ahead and begin. What is most important for the highest and greatest good of the Ascending Collective at this time? We have the Page of Cups. Okay, so there's a new idea, a new energy, a new inspiration that is coming in, and it has quite a bit of power behind it because you see that wave is building. Now, in certain decks, this Page of Cups energy does represent a new spiritual gift or starting a new spiritual path. Okay, let's see what else we have here. We have the Four of Swords, which is about release and rest. Okay, so make sure that you're taking time to relax and receive, to be able to receive, you know, the information your higher self is wanting to share with you here. And also to be able to feel into the energies, okay? The Four of Swords also speaks about meditation. So just, even if it's 10 minutes a day, just 10 minutes in the quiet, just to relax, just to receive, and just to listen. For some of you, this might be, we have so much water energy coming through, you know, this might be listening to your heart. This might be listening to your emotions and letting them come forward and release. This might be sitting by the water meditating, being out in nature and meditating. I feel like this space is very important for you. I feel like it needs to be a clear space where you are meditating, so I would pick, you know, a place that feels sacred to you. Because in this space and time, this new energy that wants to come in cannot come in unless you do this releasing work of this density, okay? Let's see what else we have coming through. We have Judgment. So some of you, you know, you have some decisions to make here. I feel like they're powerful. With this, you know, this is the Valkyries on the battlefield taking the souls to Valhalla, okay, for those of you who are interested in that little bit here. But the Judgment can be about a resurrection, okay? So there might be an idea, something maybe that you started that didn't get off the ground that you want to revisit. There's new life being breathed into a situation, I feel, with this Judgment. But I also feel like you have decisions to make. You have important decisions to make. It is the new year, so it is important that you don't rush it, that you take time to breathe out, meditate, connect in with your higher self to guide you here, as well as source energy to help bring you clarity. Let's clarify the Page of Cups. Okay, the Ten of Cups came out in reverse, which is interesting. The Ten of Cups is your complete fulfillment here. So the fact that it came out in reverse tells me that there might be a little bit of, there might be a blockage here. So we're going to explore that further. Or perhaps, you know, you're required to have some patience and to appreciate what is showing up for you rather than expecting it all right now. So that's another message that's coming through for someone. Let's clarify this Four of Swords, this rest, this recharge, this release. We have the Ace of Swords. It brings in your clarity, okay? It's so strong. So you do kind of have this cloudy energy here through this, you know, through these two cards here. So you might notice that, oh, interesting, there's a leaf here. Oh, wow, that's powerful. I'll share that in a moment. So starting out with all this cloudiness, you might notice that it's cloudy by you, or maybe it's a bit, the weather's, you know, kind of reflecting some consciousness here that maybe is interesting to you. But what I'm sensing with this Ace of Swords, it is about gaining your clarity. It is about speaking your truth. It is about clearing cords. I did kind of get a resurrection energy, and it's interesting because there's a green leaf there, okay? And then we also have one of the creators of this deck put his signature there, Jack. For those of you who've been following me for a while, you know that I have a very close connection with my soul pup, who is now on the other side, named Jack. So a little emotional here. So you might receive some messages from ancestors or even pets that are guides for you on the other side, bringing you in this support or wanting to connect with you, or bringing in this clarity. Like, this is you seeing things very clearly, seeing clearly what, you know, it is time to release, what it is time to let go of. This has been coming through many of my readings, and if you don't already notice this in my community, my Instagram readings are also now posted in my community on my YouTube channel, so do look into those. But there's been this sense of hawks, birds of prey, that sort of energy depicting the Ace of Swords, which is clarity, a higher perspective, a higher truth here. So if you feel at this time, again, like your energy is muddled, take the time to clear your energy, ground your energy, rest, relax, recharge. Take the best care of your physical vessel as well. Nurture yourself here. And with this Page of Cups, this can also be with a 10 of Cups in reverse. Some of you are not having enough fun, or you're not nurturing your inner child, okay? Or you're not loving yourself unconditionally. So it's important that you do also focus on that. Okay, let's clarify this Judgment. King of Cups. Wow. Okay. So this has to do with masculine energy. Okay. We did have a lot of heart awakening experiences happening for the masculine collective. You will see that kind of through your friends, your family, your partners, just opening up their heart more, expressing more. Someone is being encouraged to share their emotions, encouraged to share what is on their heart space here. They're also encouraged to be a heart-centered leader. You know, divine masculines really have the pressure on them right now to lead from a more elevated perspective and lead in a more conscious way, and to bring that leadership into, you know, their jobs, into their relationships, into, you know, pretty much embody it, okay? So that's one of the other messages I am getting with this Judgment and the King of Cups. There's a rebirth energy happening for the masculines, which is really beautiful. And keep in mind, we have masculine and feminine within us. So if you're feminine and your masculine energy has felt very wounded, you might sense that there's, you know, these healings or these breakthroughs happening where you're becoming more comfortable with your emotions, and you're realizing the strength in your gentleness and the strength in your sensitivity, as are masculines, okay? That distortion is being cleared for many, for those who are choosing to clear it out. So that's really nice to see. And again, if you're feminine energy, you might more so notice that the masculines around you are just really opening up and expressing themselves, or maybe sharing a deeper appreciation for you that they have not before. We have the two dolphins up in the sky there, so that could be an animal that is significant to someone. But dolphins do represent friendship, soulmate energy. They represent Atlantean energy. They represent life purpose energy as well, okay? As well as playfulness. So do be balancing work and play. See the connecting energy between the Page of Cups and 10 of Cups in reverse. We have the Tower. Yeah, there's something that's needing to be cleared here with the Tower. Look at that dragon. Okay, and I believe the rune that is on the dragon is one of protection. Okay, so there's a great deal of protection happening here, cleansing, clearing happening in pretty significant ways. In my Instagram, we did have the World card come out, the Tower and the World card. So interesting, we have the Tower coming out today as well. So definitely changes, shifts, inauthentic energies being cleared, okay? Even programming or like, old energies within you being cleared here that were maybe blocking or preventing your 10 of Cups, your complete fulfillment. The Tower also does represent change as well. I believe that rune represents change. I also think it's very clear to you what is, again, what is for you, what is in alignment with you, and what is not at this time. If not, you're being shown maybe in a more intense manner than before, or you're just more sensitive to imbalanced energies or false, energies that are just not in alignment with you. So there's a great deal of discernment coming through. I feel very strong, protective ancestor energy coming through as well. Okay. All right, so let's clarify the Four of Swords and the Ace of Swords. This new leaf. We have the Nine of Shields, which is the Nine of Pentacles. And this came out in my Instagram reading last night, which you might want to check out because that might be connected to this as well. So I think it's very clear to you what is of value, okay? I feel like your health, your wellness, your happiness, your security, your embodiment of your confidence right now is very important to you here. And I think it's clear, like, you know what you deserve and you know what you want, and you're not afraid to go after it. And I think one of these breakthroughs might have been that you were maybe afraid of happiness or afraid of your dream coming true, and now it's like you're clearing away that illusion or that distortion. And with this Nine of Pentacles energy, you're truly embracing your fulfillment. And the Nine of Pentacles, or Nine of Shields here, is also about being independent and successful, okay? And again, embodying that energy. The feminine energy is all about embodiment right now. So I feel like you'll be enjoying these victories, enjoying your life. And I feel like you're doing this releasing work of anything that was maybe trying to interfere in your happiness. And keep in mind that doesn't have to be people necessarily. I mean, anything that was disempowering you or the ways that you were giving away your power, you're releasing, okay, in a very powerful way here. So with this Nine of Shields, you're feeling quite satisfied in your life, and you have that beautiful owl there on your shoulder that is depicting wisdom, and that you have this higher energy, looking out for you here. This to me also speaks about so much experience and knowing, to understand what's worth your investment and what's not. There's just an incredible wisdom that is coming through here. And a clarity and a mindfulness of being confident at whatever does show up in your world, that, you have all this experience and you can certainly handle it here. In fact, you can turn it into an opportunity. If you're single, you might be very happily single at this time, okay? Or you're just very happy in your own space. Let's clarify the Judgment and the King of Cups. We have the Eight of Swords. Okay. So as the feminine also, you know, is doing this releasing work, you know, the masculine as well. The Eight of Swords is about feeling stuck. It's about kind of, you know, your self-sabotage and feeling like you can't move and kind of giving your power away and being too much in your head and not enough in your heart, not enough in your body. Okay, and so I feel like with that Judgment, there's some divine intervention to come in here to show you the power of your emotions, the power of your heart, the power of being embodied here, of directing your thoughts, of creating what you want to create. Again, it's interesting, we have this masculine and feminine energy. So the feminine, you know, you're discovering more and more of this happiness, and I feel like, you know, this self-success that you have created here, that you have worked for, you've earned. And the masculine is doing this work within probably the crown chakra as well as the heart chakra, and having the courage to connect in with their heart, listen to what their heart has to say. Okay? The way you move from the mind to the heart is I think to I feel. That's a very simple exercise. I think to I feel. You can also put your hand on your heart, feel your heartbeat. But I feel gritty determination and strength within the masculine as well, which I really like to see as far as having the courage to really tap in here. And feeling the support, but also feeling the empowerment of these challenges and moving through them. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get a Divine Transformation card from Angelic Revelation 144. We had butterflies, I think. Yes, we had butterflies come through in the Instagram reading today. That was in the Tower card, so let's see through this change, this transformation that's happening, the message. We have desire and fertility, okay? And we have expansion. And then we have joy. So I'm going to read this a few different ways. Some of you that, you know, perhaps you are with someone, you know, with your vibrational match, and you are focusing on expanding your family. Now that could be with having a child. You might feel also that you're perhaps, because it says it's time to start preparing for new addition to the family. So there is this new energy coming in. It could also be a pet, okay, for some of you. You're very magnetic with this desire and fertility energy coming through. There's quite a bit of attraction here. Again, you know, the shifting in the vibrations helps you again to align with what is in alignment with you, those vibrational matches. So you will notice that magnetism. And then we have joy. Only you have the key to your joy. See, feminines, there you go. All right. Live that life that you enjoy. You know, don't put your life on hold for anyone. Don't sit there and focus your energy outward on others. Focus your energy on yourself and the life that you wish to, you know, live and lead, and what brings you happiness, okay? What brings you joy, generate that in your life with your decisions. And I feel like there's a major block that is being cleared here energetically. And you're expanding because we have desire and fertility, expansion, and joy. So, you know, your life is expanding. What was holding back, you know, creating this block perhaps, and maybe it was an apology, maybe it's forgiveness. You know, you'll know what it is for you here. But, you know, we also just have some of you desiring space to create, desiring space to evolve, okay, to transform, to invite in new energy. And perhaps last year, you know, you did a lot of hard work and focus on your coin with this Nine of Pentacles energy. And now it's time to focus on your joy. Actually, manifestations happen faster when you are in those higher frequencies, okay, and you're not overly focused on them. You might find also with this desire and fertility as well, you're feeling healthier, you're feeling better, you're feeling, you know, beautiful, you're feeling strong. And a lot of different energies want to be in your field, okay? All right, so that expansion I feel is going to be wonderful here because it's expansion into joy. All right, let's get an alchemy card for relationships for those of you that are in relationships. Keep in mind, you know, it's also connections that we have, you know, in friendships and things as well. So just take what resonates for you. 2 cards want to come out. We have reflection and transformation. Boy, is that happening. Yes, it is. We have the energy of reflection supports our growth through the insights we get from the contemplations of self and others. So being very conscious of what is being mirrored back to you, you know, and learning from those experiences here. And taking that time again for that meditation, for that check into your heart, check into your, you know, your consciousness, your mind. Do those little check-ins throughout the day. And also celebrate your growth, celebrate how far you have come, your transformation. And then we have transformation. The energy of transformation supports our ability to gracefully flow through times of transition, allowing the old to make room for the new. Okay, this is new paradigms, higher levels of consciousness. This is even taking, you know, your spiritual gifts, beliefs, and to another level. There's just this elevation that is happening here, okay, with this transformation. And there's flow, okay? There's a greater flow happening, which does create ease. And I feel like many of you will find gratitude in the present moment. And in that present moment, you can also find that joy to flow through the change. The other message was like, if something's reflected back to you and you're like, well, what the heck was that? Just be curious about it. Meditate on it. Connect in. Don't rush through it. You know, take some steps back just to be like, what was that teaching me? What was going on there? Okay, if there's something that's a little strange that shows up, okay, that message just came through. Last but not least, I'm going to get some bloom, rise, and shine through challenging times messages, just for self-love, self-empowerment, the collective. What do we have? Okay. We do have a couple more elements as well after this. We have surround yourself with beauty. Okay. Surround yourself with beauty, live in a beautiful space, you know, clear your workspace, focus on getting organized here. There's this preparing energy that's also coming through. Okay, we have rewrite your narrative. Okay, this is you having a different view of yourself, of your life, of what you have gone through with this reflection. And you're rewriting your narrative in a powerful way. You're creating your life. And that is amazing because you're taking your power back from maybe external circumstances, and you're going within and you're like, what do I want to focus on? What do I want to create? And that's what you're doing. And you're creating your narrative. You're writing your story here. You're being very conscious in your decisions that you're making. Okay? And curious with what is showing up for you. And you have a greater flow, you know, in your life. You know, you might have something wonderful happen and you're like, this is amazing. And then you get news of something else that's, you know, that might be a little bit more dense. And so, you know, you just kind of learn to flow rather than fight or resist the change. Change is a constant that happens in our lives. Okay. And this releasing energy, you know, is also coming with the Tower and the Ten of Cups in reverse. So let's get one more and then we'll get into the charms and the tissue box messages from the Hermit Tarot. We have when others judge you, remember most of them could not endure what you have experienced, and they have half of your courage. Wow. Okay, so any of you are facing adversity, judgment from others, really embrace this card and embrace this message. When I wrote this deck and I was being criticized and judged, this is what my higher self told me. Okay, so keep that in mind. Keep in mind that what people reflect to you sometimes also is their state of consciousness. Sometimes your light can activate their shadow. That is something that you might be experiencing. You might not, okay? But just keep in mind, people that judge you don't know your story. They don't know half of what you've gone through. I mean, look at that. And same for you masculine energies, okay? And I know the masculines are moving through a lot and they're keeping it to themselves, or they have like a very few people that they're speaking about, their challenges right now. But I just am bringing forth so much encouragement, love, and support to those of you that are doing all this work to release densities, to raise your consciousness, to make positive, healthy changes in yourself and in this world. Okay, and do align with your true path here. So let's get some charms for fun, and we'll also get some tissue box messages. Okay, so we have the heart that's kind of halfway full. So making sure you're taking time to recharge your energy. And if you're feeling, I'm hearing emotionally constipated, okay, you might have to have a good cry. So let those tears come forward, let that releasing happening, let that clearing happen, okay? We have the dragon coming through as well, okay? So that protective dragon energy, we have the dragon with the tower, so things clearing away, okay? The fire energy is definitely a transmutation energy. We have the butterfly. Wow, look at all of these syncs. We have the butterfly now mentioned 3 times, okay? Transformation is here, release is here, grace is here with the butterfly, inspiration as well. We have the arrow, so we do have this message of, energies be very mindful with your energy, be very mindful with your intentions, live in a very intentional way, slow down. The arrow can also represent, ancestors, can represent native culture here. Can also represent being focused, okay? And for those of you that, oh, this is funny. Okay, so we also have the little vampire teeth, so be aware of energy vampires, okay? And don't be afraid to stand up for yourself, okay, and express your truth, because if you keep that truth within, like if somebody, we obviously pick and choose our battles, but if somebody crosses a boundary with you, it's up to you to speak up for yourself. And if you stay quiet to keep the peace, you start that challenge, you start that frustration, that density within yourself. So express yourself here. But again, be selective with who you connect with your energy, with the energy vampire energy coming through, okay? We have this like luxe cat here, okay? This feline energy coming through. So take time for luxury. Take time to indulge a little bit in yourself. Take the best care of your vessel. Have that self-confidence here, that beautiful independent nature. There's that self-sufficiency as well coming through. There's also a bit of royalty coming through that as well. So remember, you have this divine nature within you, and that's not connected with ego. And if you're curious about ego work, look at Eckhart Tolle and his teachings. I have shared some of them on my my community tab as well. Okay, and we also have the mermaid coming through, okay? But this mermaid has her back turned here, okay? So there's something that you are turning your back on. Again, you're staying focused, I think, on your future, your present moment. There could be a lot of different energies pulling at you, but you're focused on what's most important. And then we have this rabbit, like, trying to fight, okay? So people might be wanting to pick a fight, or really feisty, choose your peace, choose your battles, choose your peace, but choose what's most important for you. There is an energy of standing up for yourself and having a lot of support around you. So we have a whole mix of energies here coming through. All right, let's get some tissue box messages to close out this reading. yourself might also feel pretty feisty here. Okay, standing up for what you believe in. All right, we have the letter R. We have Gemini. We have Expansion. We have the letter F. We have the sign of Cancer. We have water and air. Again, a focus on, aligning our thoughts with what we want to create here. We have value, material, senses, and self-esteem. Okay, that's definitely being highlighted this week. Not accepting less than you deserve here. And we have the letter I. Okay. So definitely a week for preparing for expansion, holding your boundaries, being very, firm but fair here, honoring your emotions, taking time to release, connecting in and meditating, surrounding yourself with beauty, making those, those changes to your environment that you feel are important so that you feel your best within your environment, whether that's your workspace, your desk, your office, your home, even your car, okay, your vehicles. So that is what I have. Thank you for joining me. If this resonated, give this reading a like. Subscribe to join my soul tribe. Follow me on Instagram, my soul tribe tarot. If you're interested in more readings and support on Ascension, you can look into my Patreon. That is linked below. If you would like a one-on-one session with me, the information for that is in my Instagram. I hope that everybody has a gorgeous week. It looks very empowering and impactful, and transformative, but it's this expansion change into greater joy. So thank you so much. Take the best care, and I will see you soon.